Rolling.
Chris has a conspiracy.
I do have a conspiracy.
But first, we need 100 subscribers.
100. We're trying to get 100 by the end of July, man, and it's more than attainable. Y'all gotta help us out. That comes with you. If y'all want to support the Woo, all right? Support the Woo. Support first of the month, man. Like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Subscribe to the best show on the internet today. Come on, man. You see this beautiful view behind me? Don't you want to be here? Don't you want to be with me?
Today's the Boomer's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to the Boomer.
But yo, Chris has a conspiracy theory. So we were sitting here talking about how like none of the phones now have headphone jacks. Like the iPhone doesn't have a headphone jack. The Androids,
they got rid of their shit following iPhone for whatever reason. I don't know why.
And
I have a conspiracy.
Pissed me off though. Like that shit pissed me off because I always felt like Android was like the way more practical brand.
Yeah.
I'm like, does Android even have a headphone?
No, they don't need to, because my conspiracy is that they're in cahoots with Ray J. Alright, they're in cahoots with Ray J. Alright, to create an earbud market. Alright, no more wired shit. They don't want that no more. Alright, they want a whole. It's a conspiracy. I'm telling you, Ray J is at the center of this. Alright, Brandy's in on it. Alright, I'm telling you, what is this shit? Man. Raycons, yeah, nigga. You know how many videos have Raycons as a sponsor? Why?
Don't drag Brandy into this, all right?
Why? I don't know. I'm gonna drag Brandy into this.
Brandy has nothing to do with this the same way she had nothing to do with that bad performance he had in the Verses. Did you see that shit?
I did, and it was fucking hysterical.
You know what's fucked up?
What was it, Sammy? Was it Sammy?
I don't know. I think he came out during Mario versus Omarion. Or maybe it was Sammy. I didn't watch. I just saw the recaps like everyone else. You know it was epically fail. You know what made Ray J singing at the Verses like a super epic fail?
What?
Is he had the kid in his arms.
He had a kid?
Yeah, he had a baby in his arms.
Oh, I must have missed that.
And that just like, that adds insult to injury. Because it's like, yo, you could do bad all you want to. Like,
don't bring the kids into it.
Don't bring the kids into it. Is that even Ray J's kid?
Come on.
Like, I'm not saying like is the baby his. I'm saying like, does he have a baby?
I assume so. I assume that one woman was bold enough, brave and bold enough to push out Ray J's seed.
Because I could totally see Ray J bringing his little cousin on stage. Mm-hmm. Like he was just
and
there
singing One Wish.
Yeah. Nah, he got his side bitch's kid up there with him. Like, this is how he's getting in. Like, yo, you know what?
Gotta get in her good graces.
Gotta get in her good
graces.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, speaking of getting into good graces, man, there's some baby moms you gotta do the most to get into good graces, don't you? Baji. But my friend Frank here, Frank knows more than he should about trying to get your baby mother's good graces.
So you're just gonna jump us here.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump us here.
No, I know. I love it. I love how you did that.
I'm gonna jump us here.
Mark this down.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because what the fuck?
I'm gonna.
Let me tell you something. Doing a podcast with Chris is it's a surprise. Like,
it's always a surprise.
I know what we're gonna talk about. I just don't know when he's gonna throw it on me.
Yep, exactly.
And he just did that, and that's cool. That's fly. You know what I'm saying? But
311, just like Nick Hexum.
Listen, man. Getting into your baby mom's good graces, like mine has always been like getting into my baby mom's good graces is never like, you know, like I want to be with her.
It's we gotta make this work. All right, we gotta code. Really?
I just don't want to be in jail or dead. It's always that serious.
There's
like,
more repercussions for me.
Yeah.
It's me not agreeing with you.
It's never like, oh, you know, it would be cool if we was fly. Nah, I'd be like, I kind of like my life.
Well, my thing is that's some petty shit. If y'all don't know, if y'all haven't seen the viral video of the baby moms going off on homeboy just because he wanted to bring his kid a Happy Meal, bro. What in the world? And she got the nerve to be mad at this man because first off, he got one kid with her. She got 3 other kids. That's 4 kids altogether, all right? With his being the most recent. Stupid. That was dumb.
I don't know if it's the most recent.
It is. She clarified that. The baby that he has is the youngest. So she had 3 older ones before he put one in her. Like I said, stupid.
This is all his fault.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Accountability must be had
it
here.
ain't just that she got the 3 kids, right? I mean,
well, no, she said it. She said you knew what you was doing.
Oh, she said that?
She said it. She said you knew what you was doing. She said it both times. She said it in the video arguing to the homeboy, and she said it in the video. He knew what he was getting into when he wanted to come to this pussy.
I disagree. I don't completely disagree, but what I'm saying is this: it's I agree.
I mean,
but it's not that it's what he got himself into.
Yeah.
It's like your kid gotta be a certain age to even eat McDonald's.
Facts.
So it's not like this is a new baby. Like you know what I'm saying? You usually see niggas not understanding how their baby mom works, like coming to bring diapers, formula, like they early in the game.
Yeah.
Your kid is old enough to know what they want from McDonald's, my nigga. That wasn't no Happy Meal the nigga brought up. That nigga came so his kid, let's assume.
Got him some chicken selects.
Yeah, he got him chicken selects. The kid knew the hack meal because he be on TikTok. He's like, no, actually, you can still get him to make a snack wrap.
I want to make a McGangbang. Boy, what you know about a McGangbang?
But yo, you go in about how you feel about this because I feel like my take is like a Yu-Gi-Oh trap card.
I feel like this shit is crazy, right?
Why do you think it's crazy?
The thing that made it crazy to me was just like the expectation, because she was like, well, he used to do it when we were together, and it's like, yeah, he used to do it when he was up in them guts, like, and I feel like women just gotta lay that expectation like down flat. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you not paying, we not laying. Like, I believe that lay that expectation down flat for more dudes get it.
But he's probably not laying now. So even if she did lay that expectation down.
Well, no, exact, and that's the weird part is that he's not with him. It's not his responsibility anymore. His only responsibility is the kid. And she still expects homeboy to come through like Superman and, Super Ronald McDonald and shit and sprinkle fucking McDonald's over all the kids. It's just crazy petty. Because my thing is this. My thing that made it so petty was just like, he's just like, let me see my son. We'll eat it in the car. Like, we'll eat it in the car away from the kids so your kids don't have to feel bad about me feeding my kid. And she just went, she went full, what is it? Kamikaze? Full kamikaze. She tossed that shit on the ground. She's like, ain't nobody eating.
She tossed the food on the ground?
She tossed the food on the ground, bro. She grabbed the food from him. She's like, here, hold on. All right, I got you. And then she tossed that shit. Tossed the drink and the food. He's like, he not eating that shit, which is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a mom deprive her child of food to prove a point, bro.
I didn't watch the whole movie.
That has to be
the whole shit.
That has to be a medal. Like, there has to be a medal.
Nah, I didn't watch the whole shit because I was so triggered within the first 5 seconds that I had to turn it off.
Yeah, this nigga was traumatized.
Bro, let me tell you something. This is why I'm letting you go, because I got so much to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Like, all right.
Bro, that's crazy. The pettiness is crazy. I'm a petty person. I'm petty wop. But that's a different level of petty, bro. Like, that's a different level of petty.
I gotta be the devil's avocado. I'm sorry. Geez. I gotta be the devil's avocado.
Okay. Please. Break that down.
This is all his fault. This is all his fucking fault.
Yeah, man.
All right. Where the fuck do I start? Okay.
First off, why'd you pull? You just pulled out, man. You should have pulled out. You should have pulled out. I mean, why are you shooting up the club?
Well, it's pulling out ain't enough, dog. Pre-cum babies is out here.
Not for you.
Listen, man. Pulling out is not enough.
This man Frank got spillage village over here. My pullout game is immaculate.
Listen, man, when I was out there, this whole abortion discussion wasn't even brought up yet, alright?
Motherfuckers are still saying smorshit.
So I know what my shit doing. I only got one. But listen, man, there's neither here nor there. No, it is here.
It's here now.
Okay. Let's cook.
Let's do it.
Chris.
Yeah.
I've been having this talk with you for a while. And it's funny because
man,
you've taught me a lot of things. I don't want to just make it seem like you've taught me a lot of things when it comes to just women, period.
Yeah.
We are like, we've known each other for a while, and we share game.
Yeah, of course.
There's been some valleys and there's been some alleys you've gone down, I haven't.
Yeah.
And you've come back with that information.
There's been some peaks you've climbed.
My God. Because
the mountain is the short. You've been through the struggle.
I don't know, my nigga.
You've been through some shit that most people have not been through.
But so have you.
I mean,
you're the only person I know where the girl showed up with her own fleshlight.
I mean, how many niggas do you know that fuck like a bunch of freaky bitches?
I know a lot. I know a lot. Nah, though, I grew up around a lot of dope dealers.
I'm just saying.
I grew up around a lot of dope dealers that were there like when crack hit.
To me, that's not even that weird. I've heard weirder.
What have you heard weirder?
Like fucking like a bitch with no legs. That's weirder.
And you got that story from my mans.
That's weirder.
All right, but it is kind of weird.
Like what? That's way weirder. What?
Anyway. How many times have I told you, Chris?
Yeah.
You don't go raw in anything that you don't think could be a mother.
Oh man.
You don't go raw in any woman that you think could be one.
Well, that's the hard way.
However, no matter how bad your baby mom is, there's always someone worse out there.
Yeah.
I've that's one of the like the only thing the as bad as it can get is probably like she's dead now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like there's that outside the equation, there's always someone worse. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You got to do this vetting process. Like, I know it's hard to,
Wait, so about the vetting process, do you fight the dad? I feel like you gotta fight the dad.
That comes so much later.
Later? Ah, man.
A lot of the times it comes so much later.
I wanna fight the dad first. I gotta see if this nigga got hands.
No,
genetically.
A lot of y'all niggas need to stay away from them dads. I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah. But here, look, that's a whole nother topic for another time. Like, this is why it's so layered. So look.
I fight for the alpha.
You gotta know who you running up in.
Yeah.
That's strike number one. That's where he fucked up. There was a lot more petty shit that had to have happened before the baby even came here for him to even know the vibes, right? But nonetheless, he chose her. All right? We can't deal in the reality. We can't deal in the realm of if he's not with her. We got to just deal in the realm of like, yo, he did what he did. The baby's here, right? So check it out. She said...
Still his fault, right?
All this is his fault.
Yeah, okay.
None of this is hers.
Okay, yeah.
Because he chose her.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. She didn't get herself pregnant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So I hate how everybody's like painting this nigga to be like a knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
She said that he used to do it before, right? When he was fucking with her.
Yeah.
So this is how fucked up this nigga is. Why are you even... For you to be buying the other kid shit, and the three of them have been there before the one that you have with her.
You set an expectation, right?
It's not setting expectation. You had a bond with these kids.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You had a bond with these kids. I do not believe that you didn't have some type of relationship with these kids.
Definitely.
Which, first off, you already a fucked up nigga if you just on some... I don't know y'all little niggas now. It's not your obligation.
Yeah.
But I hate how they ganging up on the woman over that. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, right? What everybody fails to mention is why the fuck is he dropping off the food in the first place?
Probably because she the type to take it and toss that shit.
Pick your fucking kid up. If you don't got money for the rest of the little niggas that you used to have a relationship with, obviously if they were there before the kid, why can't you pick the kid up and take him with you to McDonald's?
I think that would be a more rational response if we were dealing with a more rational person.
How?
Because I think
the rational person being the woman, or the rational person
the
being
rational
the
person being the woman.
How?
Because if she was more anyone who would take food that's going to your child and toss that shit on the ground to make a point is not the type of person that you can just pull up to and be like, hey, listen, I want to take my kid out to get some lunch.
Totally disagree.
Clearly.
Disagree.
You think
totally
you think that could be the same person? The same person who's willing to take McDonald's for their child and toss that shit on the ground even if they didn't pay for it, which is disrespectful as fuck. You think that same person you can talk to and have a mature conversation?
Totally disagree.
And I don't believe that.
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because everybody's just looking at the reaction, right?
Oh, of course.
We don't know what this conversation was prior, A.
Of
We don't know what the conversation was to even bring the food there, because if she was upset that he showed up with food for one, then obviously she didn't call and say, "Yo, just bring food for one."
Well, the problem is that she started the video like, I'm gonna expose this man.
Well, hold on, before we even get there, I'll tell you why it could be. Say what you said again, that the person that throws the food on the ground to take food out of her kid's mouth can't be the same one
that you can have a mature conversation with.
It's not true, because you want to know why?
Why?
We grew up black, right? I don't care how fucked up we had it.
Okay.
If I'm at your house or you're at my house, neither one of our moms was about to feed us without feeding the other. And we not even siblings. I've never gone to your house unless it was super unexpected. Like I would have had to like
Yeah.
super. I've never gone to your house where everybody ate and I didn't eat. You've never been here to where there wasn't an option for you to eat. That's just how we are.
I think that's a totally different example.
Okay, so then this is what I'm getting at. I can see her throwing the food on the floor. You want to know why? Because if one of my kids can't eat, I mean, if all of my kids aren't gonna eat,
Yeah.
then this one can't either, right? Nobody's getting McDonald's.
That's weird.
How is that weird?
That's weird only because, well, first off, it's weird only in the context of if one of my children can't eat, then none of my children can eat, which is very weird because it would make less sense, or it would make less sense if they were a complete family unit, but they're not a complete family unit. It's a very dysfunctional family unit, very dysfunctional. Like, so it would make more sense if they were treating this nigga like Harry Potter, where they made this nigga sleep under the stairs. Like, I would completely like, oh man, that's fucked up. But in this circumstance, like, okay, that's like, all right, let's say, all right, using that example again, let's say that I'm chilling at the house, right? I'm chilling at the house. You come over, we're playing video games, whatever. It's not my parents that bring me the food. Let's say it's my uncle, right? My uncle brings me some food from some place that he was at. Like, I don't think that my mom would be like, hey, listen, it's kind of disrespectful for you to bring your nephew some food while he's out in there with his friends. Like, that's not what would happen.
Completely different.
Well, no, it is. It's the same in the same, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the connection there is that my uncle is related to just me, and it's the same thing here, right? The father of that one son.
I hate to interject.
Yeah.
He may be related to just you. I'm your friend, right?
Yeah.
He wouldn't bring it for just you, and your brother Timmy is there, and he wouldn't have brought food for Timmy.
No, of course not.
If he brought food for just you and not Timmy, your mom would say, dub.
Of course not, because we're related, because we're brothers. But it's different if it was like a stepfather scenario. If it was a stepfather scenario, I don't think my mom would be that mad.
Well, I think it's this, right? I think it's the fact that there's a relationship there prior. See, here's where it gets different. Like, okay, I don't necessarily have... I say hi and bye. Mm-hmm. I say what up. But I don't necessarily... You know, my child was the first child that I had and that my baby mom had.
Yeah.
Right? So... Even though I'm cool with her other kids, you know, I like the little homies. You know what I'm saying? I've never been there to be any type of father figure to them.
Yes, of course.
Right? So if he's there to have a baby with the other one and she says that, yo, he used to do it before, it means that he has built a father-like relationship with the other kids. Whether or not that's his responsibility or not, this is why I'm saying it's his fault.
Yeah.
I've never said anything against what is his responsibility and what's not.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think it's a fuckboy move because here's the thing, right? You know the motherfucking kids is there.
Yeah.
Say, yo, look, I don't got it today. Let me come pick up little Jeffrey. We'll take a ride. You don't have to tell your other kids where we going. You get what I'm trying to say? You're not even supposed to tell her you getting... Like, this is such a rookie mistake. You're not even supposed to tell her what you're going to eat.
Yeah, man.
You're not even supposed to tell her what you're going to eat. Oh, you ain't got it for all of them today? Because, look, it could be hard, right? Yeah. It could be hard on the woman's part. It could be like, damn. Well, I only got a couple dollars. You know, the other dads may not be around like that. You know what I'm saying? One might be up north, one might be a dickhead, and one might be somewhere in fucking North Dakota getting this money, and he can't get to his phone right now to send some bread, right? The one whose father's down the street, yo, I need you to hold it down, right? Yeah. This is how I imagine the phone conversation going. Yo, do you think you could bring us McDonald's? Timmy hasn't ate. You know what I'm saying? Can you come drop? If you don't have it for the other kids, right? That's when you hit her with the, yo, let me come pick him up. Let's take a ride. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm going to get him for an hour or two. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the only alternative to that would have been, yo, the only other explanation, lunch break, some along those lines. Yeah. If you're on your lunch, the reason I don't think that's the case, if you're on your lunch break or you somewhere busy, you're not sitting around having that argument with her. Yep. You know how hard it is to get food on a 30-minute lunch break, dog.
Oh, of course.
By the time you get the food, you got 7 minutes left. And now you got to go drop it off? Yeah. He wasn't sitting around there. She had a part two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he wasn't sticking around that long. You pick it. Why can't you pick your kid up? And this is why I say it's all his fault. What's going on in that nigga life that he can't pick his kid up and can only afford one McDonald's meal, my nigga?
Listen, a toxic
That
baby mama.
she probably just picked. Hell no. She probably now listen. I'm not saying what she did wasn't toxic.
Yeah.
She probably picked the wrong time to try to expose this nigga. I got more to say, but I don't want to D-block this whole. You know.
Oh no, that's fine. Listen, listen. That was the worst case of I'm gonna try to expose this nigga and I'm gonna make myself look stupid. Cause goddamn, she made herself look stupid. She really did.
I think everybody.
She did not make herself look like a good mother, bro.
I think
There's nobody who looks at this chick and says, you know what? That's a good mom. Like no one's saying that.
I think anytime.
So regardless how stupid homeboy is and how much is his fault, and a lot of this is his fault, I will say this man needs to take some serious culpability for having a baby by this chick. No one is going to look at her favorably. And the fact that she came up with a part 2 trying to explain her rationale behind it, it's like, shorty, you can't explain it. You know what? There's a saying for this. It's I'm going to cut my nose to spite my face. There's a saying for that. And you don't do that. You don't cut your nose to spite your face, because then it just makes you look stupid.
Whenever you try to make the person that you have had a baby with look dumb, it in turn makes everybody look bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
However, we see that all the time. Right?
Yeah.
And this is why I say it's Homeboy's fault, and I think that Homeboy is the fuckboy out of this. Because we see that all the fucking time, right? What we don't see all the time is a nigga that thinks he can bring McDonald's into a room for one kid when there's other kids there. I don't give a fuck if it's not your son, bro.
Yeah.
Like, really, yo, Chris.
Yeah.
Really put yourself in that thinking. Like, take kids out of it.
Yeah.
Right? If Sienna's upstairs, my daughter's upstairs, right? And you came over here with McDonald's for her.
Yes.
And then you look upstairs and my shorty's daughter was upstairs. What are you going to think? You're going to be like, you're going to pull me to the side. You're going to, and correct me if I'm wrong. You're going to be like, yo, I brought McDonald's for Sienna, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know I don't want to keep throwing everybody's real names out there.
Exactly.
But I didn't know your shorty's daughter was here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could hold it for later. Maybe you pull them to the side. I don't know. Can they split? You're going to try to problem solve with me. You're going to try to figure out, because you're not just going to walk into a room with other kids in it for McDonald's and put, not for nothing, you putting the ill target on your other kid back, on your own kid back.
Yeah.
You are doing nothing but planting a seed for resentment from the other siblings. Like, I think about shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
Not that my kid is more well off than my child's mother's other kids.
Of course.
I'm just saying, it's like, there might be certain things where I might be like, yo, you know what? Don't bring that over there. Or don't do that, because even though they might get the same shit, they may not have it today. And I don't want to build resentment. Yeah. You got to think about these things, bro. Yeah. And for him to not be thinking about them things, let alone not thinking about the woman that he chose, because obviously there's some spitefulness there too.
Clearly.
I think he's more the fuckboy, because yeah, she tried to expose him. Yeah, she did some dumb shit, right? Yeah. But we see women do that every day. What we don't see every day is niggas that think that they can just bring food for one person. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he tried to get the kid out. He tried to be like, hey, let the kid come and eat the food with me in the car. That didn't work, so.
I mean, but he should know by now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with choosing someone who ain't shit.
No, it's not. Yo, see, and that's not. I gotta disagree with you, bro, because you wanna know why? Listen to what he said.
What did he say?
You just said, yo, tell the nigga he could come and eat in the car with me. Why can't you pick him up?
Because the chick. First off, I'm not gonna listen. It's not always as simple as, yo, you can pick your child up. Because if it was, there wouldn't be so many court issues and child care issues and court violations and all that other type of shit. It's never that. It's never that simple. I wish I wish I could say that for the majority of men, it's as simple as, yo, I went to see my child. Can I pick up my child? And there were no difficulties involved with that.
That's a fact.
Unfortunately, and this is the only thing I'll put blame on. Unfortunately, because the chick that you chose, and like she said it to you, nigga. You knew what you was getting into. You knew what you was getting into when you hopped up in here. So I that's the only blame that I can put on this person. But anything else, anything other than that, I just gotta chalk it up to immaturity, because if that's the case, like, because you could have said, well, why don't you pick him up? All right, well, if that's the case, is she that mature? Why don't she just let him go with him right there, right then and there, and eat his lunch?
Once again, I gotta disagree, right?
Right.
Now,
because the immaturity comes when you take it and then you just toss it on the ground. That's disrespectful. That's wild.
That's pretty immature, right?
That's wild disrespectful.
That's pretty immature. However, you know why I gotta put the accountability more on the guy in this whole situation?
Why?
She has 3 kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's showing you who she is. There was times you could have seen before that who she was, right? At what point of a man, and this isn't me saying that women shouldn't be held accountable.
Yeah.
But at what point, as a man, do you prevent this type of shit from happening?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, we get it. She's crazy, right? You know what's more crazy than someone that's crazy?
Someone fucking someone who's crazy?
No. You know what's more crazy than someone that's crazy? Someone that is dealing with someone who's crazy and trying to act like they're logical.
Yeah.
So at this point, you should already know, my nigga.
Yeah. No,
Your kid is old enough to know they want a number 4, and you haven't got it through your head yet that, yo, if I do exhibit A in scenario B, I'm gonna get equation X. You haven't even put that together in your mind.
Well, I mean, clearly he didn't, because he also didn't think that if I put a baby in this woman that already has 3 kids prior to me, it's gonna turn out well. Like, he didn't even think that far ahead, bro.
I mean, there's a lot of scenarios where you can have a kid with a woman that has 3 kids already and she's not crazy.
Yeah, but you can't leave after that and expect her to be good.
I'm not gonna,
you can't do that.
Listen,
you can't give her the 4th child after she's had 3 and expect her to...
No, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? You can do all of that. At what, you know, because you want to know why? You don't have control over her, right? You know what you do have control over? Your motherfucking self.
Oh, yeah.
So when you keep putting yourself in bad situations with your baby mom and blaming it on her, what, nigga, you don't have no control over nothing? You don't know how to control yourself? You don't know how to... He don't know how to problem solve.
I was about to say, well, I mean, you can't control... Well, it's like you said, you can't control someone else. You can't control someone else's emotion. You can't control how someone... You can't even... In some cases, you can't even predict how someone's going to react.
The nigga showed up to a place where there's 4 kids and thought he was going to be able to drop off McDonald's for 1. I don't give a fuck if he offered the kid to go eat in the car. He thought that was going to rock.
Yeah, man.
He thought that was going to rock, bro. Yeah. No, really, Chris.
Yeah.
Picture you have the craziest baby mom in the world.
Yes.
Picture you have the best baby mom in the world.
Yep.
2 different sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
In either one of those scenarios, do you think you could drop off McDonald's for 1 kid and there's 4 kids there?
Yeah, I could. I think so. If I had the best baby mom in the world, I probably could. If I had the worst baby mom, probably not.
Okay. You want to know why I disagree? No, you want to know why I disagree? You want to know why I disagree?
Yeah.
In both scenarios, and this is why I don't blame the woman, in both scenarios, the mom's going to turn the food away. How they go about it will probably be different. The best baby mom is probably not going to put you on Facebook or Instagram. She's probably not going to throw the food. But she's probably going to say something along the lines of, hey, listen, I can't let you bring the food in here with 1. I was under the impression that you would have gotten McDonald's for all of us, which you didn't have to do.
Yeah,
right?
But she also would have let the son go with the father to eat the McDonald's.
Maybe not.
Then that's toxic. Then she's not the best baby mom.
I'll give you a scenario where it's not toxic. I'll give you a scenario where she doesn't let the kid go and it's not toxic.
Any time where a woman does not allow a man to go with her father is toxic. That's toxic as fuck, bro.
I'll give you a
fuck out of here.
No. I'll give you a scenario. See, but you're bending the scope of it, because check this out, right?
It's not about bending the scope.
No, hear me out. Right? If she just wanted the kid to go with the father, the discussion wouldn't have been just about food, right? Which gives me evidence to assume that there's a scenario going on with the father or the mother where the kid has to stay with her. Whether he's getting ready to go to work, whether they got a trip planned to the beach, whether or not it's not his day, they want to stick to the courts, whatever the case may be, right? Yeah. She reached out for food, right? He brought back food for just 1. Correct. There's a way to do that, to turn that food away.
I don't think she reached out for food though.
There's a way to turn that food away and to not be toxic about it. You can say, yo, you know what? I know you went out your pocket. You got some food. You keep the McDonald's. You eat it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna order pizza for everyone. You know what I'm saying? I ordered pizza 2 days ago. I wasn't thinking about it, whatever case may be. But it's cool. Your kid's still gonna eat. The rest of the kids are gonna eat. They're all gonna eat the same shit. No. That's not toxic.
That's toxic.
Is that how is it toxic?
That's toxic because you're not allowing a man to see his child. You're essentially saying, listen, I know that you did something nice, but I know better. So because and that is completely unacceptable. That is completely unacceptable.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right?
That's the legitimate definition of toxic.
No. But that's something. That's a piece of information that wasn't provided in this. I'll tell you why.
What do you mean?
Because
what piece of what exactly are you referring to when you say that piece of
the
information?
child going with the kid. I mean, the child going with the dad. Because
what do you mean?
Okay.
He said that.
He said, "Let me bring him in the car."
Yes, he said, "Let me." Yeah,
that's not going with your dad.
That's going with your dad
it's not.
to eat food.
If you want to know why it's not going with your dad, because if I had today was supposed to be my day, and I pulled up outside and I said, "Yo, we're gonna sit in my car," that's not a visitation.
Yeah, that's different because it's not your day.
Okay. The point is, bro.
It's not your day.
The point is, bro. He didn't.
Or you could be on lunch break, just like you said.
Okay, so if he's on lunch break, he can't go with the kid.
He can eat in the car.
This is what I'm saying,
bro. You making too many excuses.
No.
If he's on lunch break, why can't the son eat in the car with the father for the lunch break?
Because I'm about to order food for all of them.
But that's toxic. The fact that you're saying to a father, "Hey, listen, I know you did this nice thing for your son. I know you think that, but." I feel bad when she could have just did that. She could just do that anyway. She could just order pizza for everyone anyway.
No,
no. The fact that he brought McDonald's has nothing to do with her ordering pizza.
Yes, it does. Because I'll tell you why.
No, it doesn't.
Right? I'll tell you why.
Those are two separate things.
Providing food and spending quality time is two different things.
Yeah, but we're not talking about spending quality time.
Well, that's my point, bro.
No,
we're talking about just the food.
That's not a point.
We're talking about just the food. That has nothing
to do with anything.
No, because you said she's toxic because she's denying him to go with the dad. She's not denying him to go with the dad. She's denying him to go in the car to eat McDonald's. That's completely different.
That's still toxic.
How if the other kids can't eat McDonald's?
Because
I'll give you an example.
Responsibility.
No.
It's her responsibility.
No. I'll give you an example, Chris.
It's her kids.
What if that little nigga don't know how to keep his mouth shut?
And?
He's about to come in there and tell the kids that he ate McDonald's, which defeats the whole point of her letting her eat him in the car, because the whole point of her eating it in the car is so that the other kids don't know he ate McDonald's.
Well, why don't she just order McDonald's?
Who's to say she didn't is my point.
She definitely didn't.
She can't.
She can't, because if she could, she wouldn't be throwing McDonald's out of a nigga's hand. First off, if you could afford McDonald's, if you could afford to do these things, you wouldn't be making a big deal about these things. So this is the point. This is the difference between a mature person and an immature person.
No. Right? I'm not saying. First off,
you're saying
I'm not saying she handled it maturely.
She didn't.
I didn't. That's not my point. Is that what you think I'm saying?
No, my point is that she's toxic. My point is that the fact that you're even admitting that she didn't handle it in a mature way is already admitting to toxicity.
Oh no. Okay, was she toxic? Yes. Right? No. I never disagree with that. The point I was making. No, Chris. What I was saying is that there's a way to turn away that food without being toxic. That was my point. There's a way to turn down food for just one kid because that's a tribe mentality.
Yeah, there's a way to do it.
That's all I was saying. I wasn't saying nothing else.
There's a way to do it. But that particular way, not it at all.
Agreed.
Not it
Agreed. But this is what I'm getting at, Chris, right? So many people are getting caught up in how she went about it because she was wrong, right?
Clearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I think everybody's glancing over is the fact that what the fuck was on this nigga's noggin that he thought that was going to be smooth?
It's not about it being smooth. It's not about
cool, acceptable.
It's not about it being cool, acceptable. It's not about, because that's all based on a different system of morality. All right, but in terms of a man should be able to bring food.
That's my point.
His son.
Is that this nigga's morals is fucked up?
His morals is not fucked up because he doesn't have any responsibility to the other kids.
It doesn't matter. The moral...
He doesn't have any responsibility.
Responsibility and morals are two different things. Right. It's not my responsibility to have good morals. It's my responsibility to handle my responsibilities. Right? I'm serious.
It's not your responsibility to have good morals.
No, morals and responsibilities are two different things. Right or wrong?
That's a weird way to go about it.
Morals and responsibilities are two different things, are they not?
Not really.
How?
Because part of having a good sense of morality is being responsible. I don't know anyone that has a good sense of morality that is irresponsible.
I know a lot of people that are responsible and have terrible moralities. There's one upstairs.
Listen.
There's one upstairs. Like, let's not do this, my nigga. I know, yo, this nigga's never missed a bill. This nigga we've never gotten kicked out the crib. Anything that he's ever had to pay, he paid. Anywhere I ever had to get picked up for, I got picked up for. Okay. You've seen how that nigga's talk to me. I mean, morally fucked up, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas that handle their fucking responsibilities and are morally fucked up. And I'm just saying this, right? I'm not saying she's not wrong. Like, that is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying she wasn't immature. But you know what I'm saying this is like? This is like when you are right, but then you go in there and you start cursing niggas out. It's like, okay, even if you was right, the fact you went in somewhere cursing niggas out, you blew your whole shit.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, no, for real. It's like, all right, if I did some bullshit, something light, you know what I'm saying? If I did some bullshit, and if you know there's a difference between if you walked in and been like, yo, you know what you did with some bullshit. Oh, yo, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Compared to if you walked in and was like, yo, Brand, suck my dick. You want to fight? Yep. I'll be like, all right, bro, you a little like yeah, I ate your Twinkie, my nigga, but you wildin', like, you feel me? And that's what she did. But everybody's glancing over the fact that shit is crazy. How the fuck you gonna pull up and think that you? I don't know. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I don't want to waste our time like redoing my point. But I'm just saying, bro. I don't think you would have did that. I don't think I would have did that. I don't think any real nigga would have did that.
I definitely would have did that.
No, I think, you know what I think you would have did?
I definitely would have did that.
You know what I think you would have did?
Well, I would have picked up my kid.
This has been my point the whole time.
But then again, I wouldn't be in a situation messing with a chick that had 3 other prior children, because I already know that wouldn't be a good result. So it all stems from homeboy making the stupid decision to get
No, and I think, but here, listen, I don't think,
like, don't do that.
No. You would know that was gonna be, and that was another thing I agree with you.
Oh man, don't do that.
I agree with that, Chris, but you keep making it about the other 3 kids. It's not the other 3 kids. Is that she handles things in this manner. Yeah. And you've been able to see it with other 3 kids. Yeah. Because there's a woman that could have had 3 kids with a nigga. The nigga died. You feel what I'm saying? Good kids, good mom. You come along. Like, it's not just about the 3 kids, my nigga. It's it's my thing is you've had 3 examples of how she does shit like this.
Well, and that's another thing. It's like, nigga, you seen how she does things like this, and you still want to put one in.
So then, how the fuck is he not? How does he not get any of the slack in this? This is my thing.
Because he was wrong, and she was wronger. That's why.
That's all I want, bro. That's all I wanted. But guess what, Chris? Nobody online is saying that.
Because here's the thing. Like, here's the thing. Well, no, niggas are saying that. Niggas are saying, yo, like, what would make you do this? Like, as a man. Like, why would you do this? And niggas was pointing that out. She said it, too. She said it. Like, you knew what you was doing. And a lot of people are like, yo, bro, like, really? Like, some people just have terrible
judgment. And yo, you know what's crazy? I've been in scenarios like this, right?
Yeah.
But not with a baby. You know what my baby mom would say? Yo, listen. I'm gonna put up the bread for the other little niggas. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to get home, your daughter, that's on you. Yeah. Because that's your mom. I'm gonna put up bread for the other little niggas.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? And then here's another motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
If all you got is money for motherfucking McDonald's for one kid, why are you spending it on McDonald's? Maybe he had the app. Because here's what I'm saying. That money could go to something else. Like, you could go actually give her. Why are you not giving her child support? Like, why is there not like what is going on that you got to go get the $7 meal from McDonald's?
I was gonna say he could be on child support. There's a good chance. He probably isn't, and the only reason I'll say he probably isn't is because she seems real hell bent on fucking this.
Like, nigga, go get a pound of ground beef and bring it over to the house, my nigga. Like, no, seriously, like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, if she needs you, like, cause here's my thing, right? Yeah. If she needs the nigga to get the kid one meal, that shit look like it was like 3 PM. So you think so you mean your kid not gonna be hungry again at 7?
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you even? All right, I'm gonna shut up because I'm about to start sounding like I'm fucking bashing men on here. And y'all bitches is crazy too. Yeah, but I don't know. I just felt like there was like, as another nigga, like, I can only be so mad at a girl. Fellas, because I'm not a girl. As a nigga to another nigga, yo, you dumb.
Fellas, don't stick your dick in crazy. Don't do it.
We spent way longer on that topic than I thought we was gonna spend. Niggas spent the whole pile.
Yeah, I know. We spent about
Y'all gonna get an extra long pod today, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
There's a
god.
lot of six.
You know, I was
Lot of
scrolling
that.
past that topic and I was thinking
Yeah.
like, why people going in about this? And then I
Yeah.
just realized how long and divisive
And
how
and that's my whole point. That's part of the reason why, because there's so many layers to this of fuckery. It's just, oh man,
I caused a big fight in my house over McDonald's one time.
terrible.
I'll give it quick, right?
Yeah,
Real
go ahead.
quick. It was you know how it is when black people are sleeping. It's scary to wake them up.
Oh yeah,
When
definitely.
you a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So my cousin, I grew up in a crowded house. You know what I'm saying? It was my cousin, multiple aunts, my mom, and my cousin Shantae. She was on some like, yo, you know, love you Shantae, by the way. She was like, yo, I got $10 for you to get some McDonald's later.
Mhm.
Keep that between us.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like 8 or 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I really shouldn't be going up the block by myself. So she like, yo, just keep that between us. We'll go out and do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shot falls asleep in the middle of the fucking day. I'm scared as hell to wake her up.
Okay.
My mom goes downstairs.
Mm.
She makes ham and cheese sandwiches for my brother, sister, you know, a good gang of the kids that were there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want a ham and cheese sandwich. She's like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm scared to wake my cousin up, and this is where I fuck up. I go to my aunt and I say, yo, can I have a couple dollars for McDonald's? She's like, yo, your mom just made sandwiches. I'm like, I didn't eat a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
So she says, okay, I'm going to give you the money for the McDonald's and get your other little cousins some McDonald's too.
Mm-hmm.
My sister goes, yo, I want some McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
She says, yo, you just ate ham and cheese sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Calls my sister. My sister goes upstairs and snitches on me. So
Yeah.
my mom says, Brandon, you not going to get McDonald's. All right? If you're not eating with the gang,
Yeah.
y'all not going to eat in solidarity, right?
Mm-hmm.
This causes a big stir.
Mm-hmm.
I start crying.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt's upset I'm crying. She doesn't understand what's going on. My mom, my aunt, they start getting into it. It causes a whole big commotion. They're yelling now.
Yeah.
Now I'm shook. I'm like, oh shit, my mom and my aunt's about to fight. In this commotion, my cousin Shantae wakes up.
Yeah.
She goes downstairs. She says, yo, what are y'all fighting about?
Yeah.
They're like, I was trying to get Brandon McDonald's. And his mom said no. And Shantae goes, Brandon, I thought I told you I would get you McDonald's. Now everybody's like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I take the $10 from my cousin Shantae. I run out the house. I'm 9 years old, my nigga.
Facts.
I go up the street. I must have been going for 3 hours because it took 15 minutes to eat the McDonald's. But that ass whooping I knew I was going to come home to, son. That was the first time I ever, like, ran away from home. And, you know, you come home when it starts getting dark. I don't give a fuck how brave you
Run
are.
away to a McDonald's.
Yeah, I ran away to a McDonald's. I was just outside.
Nigga just hitting the ball pit.
Now, I went to the park after that. And I'm like, yo, look, man,
My God.
I got to have some fun. But, yeah, I caused the whole...
This motherfucker.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Yeah, I can. fucking annoying. I can actually. The fuck? Fucking terrible.
And my mom had that talk with me of, yo, all for one, one for all.
Yeah, man.
She had McDonald's money. She's like, it's the principle.
Yeah.
How the fuck you about to come back here and be eating double cheese? You know them double cheeseburgers is delicious, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but you know.
Listen, it is what it is.
So, how was your week, Chris?
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
What'd you do? Did you do anything exciting? You know what I'm saying? I heard you went to the Mets game. What was that shit like?
Yeah, man. I actually did. I had a pretty exciting, a pretty exciting couple of days. But I head to a Mets game, which is as exciting as it is depressing. I will say that
What makes it depressing?
because no one expects the Mets to win. Like the Mets are
I
like
heard they were doing good.
the Mets are like the baseball equivalent of the Jets. Like even if they're doing good, they're not winning.
Knicks?
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
the Knicks.
the Jets, the Knicks. Pick any ulterior New York team. Like,
Yo, for real.
nigga, don't get me started about the Bills. People be forgetting that Buffalo Bills is a New York team.
Shout out Griselda.
That's a whole fact, man. But yeah, man. Oh man, it was a pretty decent game. You know,
Yeah, who they
fortunately, the Houston Astros.
Oh yeah, you were there for like
Yeah, man.
a viral moment.
I was.
But you're
actually.
fucking lucky because you know what? Nobody expects a viral moment to happen at a baseball game.
No, not at all. Not at all. And that viral moment came when I think it was Pina Alvarez. That motherfucker crashed into another dude.
Word?
It was yeah, they were both going for a fly ball and they both crashed into each other. And it was crazy because they were down for a little minute and you know my instinct, you know, safe. Like
said that?
Yeah, hell yeah, I said that out
Did
loud.
people look
of
at
course, you? Of course. Maybe. I don't know. I think they were looking at me more because I snuck my pen inside.
Oh, you smoking weed?
Of course.
What's the rules on that now? Because weed is legal. Like, can you smoke weed in the stadium?
The rule is you gotta frisk me for my pen. I'm not gonna put it in the little safety deposit bin. No, it's either the metal detector goes off and catches me, or it doesn't.
Well,
and
are
if
you
it
allowed
doesn't,
to smoke? Period in the stadium.
you're not allowed to smoke at all. So
Got it.
the fact
Okay.
that I definitely had that vape, you know, hopefully some little kid got bronchitis. You know?
Some little kid got high.
Word up.
I was in the car with you one time. We was riding out to Queens. You was smoking the fucking vape. Only my window was open.
Mm-hmm.
So all the vape just kept coming my way. And that shit got me a contact eye. I don't really smoke weed like that no more. So I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, Chris, please stop. Like, open your window. Like, I'm going to be tweaking for the event. Which I just want to say, Chris is a hardcore driver.
Yeah.
I don't know how he drives
I don't know.
long distances that high. But you were there for a viral moment. Like,
Yeah, man.
they hit each other. I watched the clip on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Chris is there. And
They
honestly,
brought up the golf cart. They had to.
honestly, I'm going to keep it real, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
Them niggas was just hot. They milked that shit. Them niggas ain't want to continue
Oh
to
yeah,
play.
of course not.
That shit was
Of course-
like, yo,
of course
nah,
not.
son. Y'all
Of
niggas was
course
just
not.
hot. You was like, you know, we're going to lose this shit anyway.
Them niggas was laying on the ground like just stay there.
Just stay there. That shit looked like in wrestling where they both hit each other and then they be on the ground. 1, 2.
And they getting up, just looking around, just
Like, they be knocked out, but they still be chewing their little gum. And that's what that shit looked like, son. I was like, this is the most fakest bullshit. I've had worse baseball injuries than that.
have you? I'm sure you have. Frank out here, he's like the most unorthodox athletic nigga. Like
They used to call me the
like,
human pig cushion.
Like he's athletic, but only with his legs.
Yo, bro, my team won the championship. You know how, like, before they bring up everybody that, like, you know, when you win the championship, each person on the team gets an individual trophy as much as the big one. And, like, before they bring you up, some kids, they'll just be like, Lewis! And then you just come up. The other niggas, they'll have a speech, and they always make it about, like, the good players. I knew I was a shitty player because I had got bumped up a year. They were trying to, like, you know, experiment with me because I was really nice in baseball. Yeah. And they were like, yo, he's supposed to be
too
with
much
the 10-year-olds.
trauma.
Nah, I was nice. Well, no, they caused a lot of trauma. Look, I was nice. I was 10 years old. They like, look, fuck the other 10-year-olds. Let's move them up with the 12-year-olds. You know how they try to do to, like,
of course,
breed the prodigy out of the, you know what I'm saying? But it's really just like all the coaches, like my dad, because like he was building decks at the time and they wanted a discount, and I was nice.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was a combination of two. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was hitting it to the fence, like in the minors, like, you know what I'm saying? So they moved me up to what was called the majors. But here's the thing, right?
Major bitch.
If you fuck you, if you're fucking a freshman and they move you up with the juniors in high school, not that big of a gap.
No.
When you're 10 and they put you with the 12-year-olds,
That's a pretty
huge
big gap.
fucking gap.
Nigga, that's puberty.
Bro, everybody's taller than you, and everybody has mad power and no accuracy.
Word up.
So
and mustaches.
And mustaches.
Not thick
when we
ones.
was at the championship ceremony, they made a little speech. They're like, all right, now this next one, he's a special one because he always found a way to get hit with the ball. And I was like, word, this is what we doing? Yo, bro, I got hit with the ball so much, I used to be scared to go to bat.
Yeah.
I used to be scared to go at bat, and it started causing me to have a strikeout.
Yeah.
Fucking just, I don't know, streak of strikeouts. To
This
the point
man was
where,
traumatized.
dog, one time I got hit with the ball so hard in my arm, it bruised the bone. I had to go get a sling. There was another time I got hit like twice, like up for bat. Like I would always get hit. At one point, they had they started letting us be like second base umpires, right? Like to practice. Because they wanted us to learn the fundamentals of the game.
Yeah.
I got hit by the ball as second base umpire. I'm just standing there, bro, and somebody hit the ball and it just went really fast and it hit me in the fucking stomach.
Okay, question. And
Yeah.
maybe a modified coach in the comments can help ask this or answer this, right? Or maybe some type of recreational coach
First
can help
base
answer
umpire.
this,
First
right?
base umpire.
Either or. Like I said, some experienced coach can answer this. My question is, how many times does the only black kid get hit on your team before it's a hate crime? Because
I had a black coach. I had a black coach, my nigga.
This nigga had an All Lives Matter coach. Man had Eric Adams. as a coach.
I've had some real nigga coaches. Every coach I had, it was an experiment for them. Like, it wasn't a coincidence my team had the most black kids on it every time. Like, every time we were flag football, Little League baseball, I always got put on the team with, like, other niggas. They always
put him with the Blue Lives Matter coach.
Nah, you know what they did? They put me with the coach that has a warrant. So this is what he's doing, so he can.
Oh my God. He's doing community service.
He's doing pre-community service. You know when the hearing ain't till like a couple months later, and he wanted to show the change that he made in the meantime?
It's the equivalent of a defensive driving course,
yes, there you go.
but for felons.
Oh my God, bro.
It will take a couple points off.
What's the worst sports injury you ever had? Yeah,
oh man, you know what? No bad experiences in terms of sports. Like I said, I've been doing athletics for a pretty long amount of time, so I've always known how to minimize a lot of my injuries. But I did have an awkward time where one of my track coach actually caught me smoking weed.
Wasn't I with you?
I don't know if you were with me.
I was with you.
Were you?
I remember.
This was in Depew.
Yes.
And it was hilarious. It was like
I think for the people that don't know, Depew is like a park that was next to our school that had a track, but it also had like trails in the woods.
Yeah, it was a very common area for track all season.
It was where you went to go run
except
track.
For winter, obviously.
You either went there to play sports, get high, lose your virginity, or have a gang fight. It was like no in between.
No in between. Or all of those things maybe in one day if you're lucky.
I think I did all of those things except for play sports.
See, and then there you go. But we were chilling in the woods, and we lighten up, we smoking. I know that I got track practice later, obviously. And here I see this nerdy Zac Efron looking motherfucker running through the woods.
Your track coach looked like Zac Efron.
That motherfucker looked like Zac Efron, and I'm not talking about Neighbors with the abs. Zac Efron, I'm talking about musical. We're all in this together, ever and ever. He looked like that motherfucker, Zac Efron. No. Yeah, man. And it's mad funny because it's like, where I have the blunt in my hand, obviously, and I'm like, he's probably gonna mention this later. But I went to track practice, and he didn't mention it to me because he pussy. So, but I overheard him talking with the head coach. Complaining about, he's just gonna smoke a blunt. He's gonna smoke a blunt and gonna come to track practice. Yes, because I'm a real nigga and I knew you wasn't gonna say nothing to me because you pussy. So normally I don't name names, but Mr. Tansy, if you watching this, you still pussy. Congratulations. I'm still a real nigga. You not gonna come see me because you pussy. You pussy back then. That nigga ain't come seeing shit.
He blood now? Like nigga feel like
he's a Tom Haller.
It's Tans Billy, you heard? No, you know how
it's tangibility. Because I could touch you.
Yo, that's funny. You know how I know I was there, Chris?
What's up?
I remember being mad high, right?
Yeah.
And like that moment when you high and you be like, is this really happening or am I imagining this?
Yeah.
I'm dumb high and then like a whole team of niggas comes running past. Like, it was like 15 niggas. I'm like, am I imagining this, son? So I remember I was there for that. But was I remember like back to the game, like I went to a fucking Yankees game in like 2001.
Really?
And the hot dogs were $4. How much were they at this one?
Nigga, them shits was like $13.
You're lying.
$13
for a fucking hot dog.
Hot dogs and fries. Now they just combo that bitch. It's kind of like
$13.
Yeah, it's like you can't. It's like a dollar slice in the city. You can't really get a dollar slice no more. Now it's like 2 for $3. Like it's a bundle deal now. They try to bundle everything, man.
But my nigga, that's like $7. Not even. That's like $3 worth of supplies, and you charging me $13. That's crazy.
It's fucking wild. The pretzels are still kind of cheap. They're like $5, $6.
If I go if I go to City Field, I gotta at least have a $20 bill on me when I go to fucking eat.
You know what the sad part is, nigga? They don't even take your $20 bill no more.
What do you mean they don't take the $20?
They don't take cash, bro. It's crazy. They
don't take cash?
They don't take cash. They say that too. It's a cashless venue. It's wild. I mean it's fairly new, so I understand, but it's just like that was the first time that I've ever walked into a cashless venue. They don't take no cash. Everything is tracked, everything is credit, everything's debit. Yeah, there's no cash, bro.
You know what I hate about like the new state of just currency we're in?
Yeah, what's up?
Like that shit varies so much based on the neighborhood you're in.
Oh yeah.
Because you just went somewhere that was a cashless venue, right?
Oh yeah.
In Queens. Flushing, Queens, right? So you're somewhere that's a cashless venue.
Yep.
Where literally at the same time that this is happening,
Yep.
I'm uptown in the Bronx.
Yep.
I actually stopped at our favorite spot. I stopped at Gold Star. But I also went to another spot. I went to a couple Jamaican spots because I walked.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if anybody doesn't know, White Plains Road, that's like just uptown Bronx in general. That's the capital of Jamaican food. Period. Like
Facts.
He only wants to fuck with Gold Star.
Gold Star and random Jamaican individuals with a grill outside.
Yeah. The Bronx is the mother of civilization.
It's either really high and like quality inspected or really low, bro. Where is this even chicken? Like that's how I want it.
No. The
one or the other.
The Bronx is the motherland of civilization because it's the only place that you could just ride down the street and catch somebody with like a full smoker on the corner with like authentic jerk chicken and they're selling a whole bunch of it for $5. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like you don't see that shit anywhere else like anymore.
It's unfortunate.
But so this is why I hate where cash is, right? Because at the same time you're in Queens at somewhere that only takes card, no cash, right?
Yeah.
I'm uptown with a card, no cash, because now I'm starting to get accustomed to how it's like, yo, you gotta have a card.
Yep.
And none of these places take cards.
No.
None of them take cards.
Yeah.
And I hate where we're at in that. Because it's like, you can't have just a card. You can't have just cash.
Yeah.
You have to have like a 50-50 of both. And that shit fucking sucks. I'm like, what do you mean you don't take card?
I know. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I just feel like it's like we're in that weird in between phase. It's like motherfucker, like old people. It's like how old people feel. It's like you don't take checks.
Yo, when was the last time you seen a motherfucker write a check, bro?
Oh my god, probably in like 2011, 2012 when I used to work at fucking Home Depot and niggas used to get tight. Niggas used to get tight because I'm trying to scan this motherfucking check and I'm like, bro, it's not taking the check. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's not taking the truck? And it's just like, bro, like why don't you just update the way that you pay for shit? Stop writing checks. Stop writing checks.
It's so funny.
There's nothing fun about checks.
It's so funny.
It's not even efficient.
It's so funny how fast the world can change because it's like, you know, before when we were young, if a nigga pulled out a checkbook and wrote a check, you would look at it like, oh, this motherfucker's hot shit.
Yeah.
Now, if you hand me a check, I instantly think you have a coke habit.
Yeah. I think you have a coke habit, and I think that, like, you owe some money. Like,
yeah.
I think you owe some money to a lot of people if you come out of a checkbook. I'm thinking that you never pay your debts. It's like, nigga, why do you need a checkbook? You need to remember where you write. How many checks are you writing out to motherfuckers?
Do you think cash is going to still be around?
I think cash is, as long as strippers are around, cash will always be around.
Word.
I'm gonna be honest.
What are strippers? Not even what are strippers gonna do? What are we gonna do?
I mean, strippers can always like walk around with that little like that debit, like the little tap joint.
That's whack. That's whack.
And they give you fake money now. Just
I'll put it like this.
Experience. You think they're gonna do that? They're gonna have fake money for the experience, like Usher bucks.
You know why I think cash is gonna be around forever? Because crime is going to be around forever.
Exactly.
I don't think there is crime without cash.
Nah, you need something physical. You need something.
And that's what's so funny about
like gold doubloons.
Yo, you stupid. You know, that's what's so funny too about like where the state of weed is at too. Because it's like, all right, we're a dispensary, but we can only take cash. Like what?
Do you take sexual favors? It's like, no, sir. All right, this is Massachusetts. You're gonna have to go to at least PA for that.
Yo, that's funny as hell.
When do we get to that point? When do we get to that point, man? Fuck cash. Like, when did I start trading head?
Listen, man. Girls are already getting enough. They have enough of a head start.
They got enough. Yeah, no pun intended. They got enough of a head start.
Yeah, enough head start. Like, fuck that. Like, do you not want us to... This is why niggas is arguing over McDonald's now, Chris. Because it's like,
because you can't just eat your ass. You can't eat your ass out of that situation, Chris. We are so behind.
You know why that nigga needs to start showing up with kids with food for them other kids? Because you're gonna be mad as hell when somebody else feeding your goddamn son. You know what I'm saying? That's what. Because there's a nigga that'll pull up and eat her ass. You know what I'm saying? And pay for all this shit. But let's not get back over there.
Yeah,
I'm just
man.
saying,
I'm not entertaining that. Listen, he gonna learn too. Nigga who was eating ass, he gonna learn too. The hard way.
You know what I did?
The Harding way.
You stupid. You know what I did this week?
What's up, man? What you do this week, bro?
I stayed home and I watched all that and Kenan and Kel on fucking Netflix.
Really?
Yup, that was one of the highlights of my week. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I haven't seen them shows in so fucking long, bro. And you know, I know we already did the topic about do cartoons suck now. Dog, shows for kids just suck now.
Yeah.
You want to know why, son?
Why?
They don't care anymore. They don't care anymore. Like, yo, the effort, like the attention to detail that they paid to these shows back in the day, like they didn't try to insult our intelligence.
Yeah, definitely.
First of all, our theme songs was fire, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. They had like fucking, I don't know who made all that theme song,
say,
but I feel like it was
TLC?
702.
Yeah, wasn't that? Yeah, I was about to say it was TLC.
Might have been
or
TLC.
Somebody.
It was somebody fire.
It was one of them.
Kenan
it
and
was
Kel.
a group. Yeah.
Kenan and Kel had Coolio, and that nigga, yo,
Facts.
he was really spitting.
Facts.
And then go homeboys and homegirls, it's time for Kenan and Kel.
Yeah. So don't
Come on,
you
son.
little sauce, you nigga.
He said something like,
man.
like Penn and Teller.
Yeah.
Like, yo, he was going in. I'm like, yo, you know what?
Nah.
They don't care no
I mean,
more.
he definitely stole his shit from Craig Mack, respectfully. He stole his own. Coolio stole his own shit from Craig Mack.
Man, Craig Mack never made a Gangsta's Paradise. All right? My kids fuck with Gangsta Paradise.
Boy.
My kids fuck with Gangsta Paradise. My kid ain't never pulled up Flavor in your ear. Alright?
That's because you ain't introduced us to that Bad Boys remix.
I didn't have to introduce him. You
Yo.
think I introduced him to Gangsta's Paradise?
That's hilarious. Yeah, because that shit is used in like every movie. I swear to God.
No, they found that shit themselves.
If I swear to
don't
God,
matter.
if I hear another action movie starring The Rock, Paradise, him getting out of the water and shit with a bulletproof vest on,
No, I'm
with
tired
that
of it.
song going on, and then Mark Wahlberg's there. Nah, man, I'm not doing it. I'm fighting. I'm pulling up the Universal or Miramax or whatever, and we fighting. It's all hands.
I feel like they keep using it because like Coolio fought for his masters or something. Like so it's like easier to
Coolio's never going away.
Coolio's like,
As
I'll
I
clear
walk
the...
with myself through the valley of death, my balls got heft.
Coolio like, look, I'll clear the record, but you got to buy my baby mom's kids, all of them, McDonald's. Right? Not just
I made that mistake. Made that mistake. Ended up on Instagram.
That was Coolio. That was Coolio.
Nigga said, "What the fuck is Instagram?" You'll hear about it in about 15 years. Listen, I'm not gonna get into it. Yo, Coolio's really from the future.
Yo, Coolio's.
Yo.
Nah, man. Listen, I think he's doing that right now. I think right now Coolio doing that. I think right now Coolio's clearing his sample from McDonald's.
Yo,
Nigga,
that's
like, yo,
crazy.
Shout out to Coolio. No disrespect.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
is going to take advantage of this because that's a whole meme now. That's
Well, you
crazy.
know what though? It's like when I was watching all that, right?
Yeah.
They had the Good Burger sketch going on.
Oh yeah.
But then they had Tia and the twins from the Maori twins.
Yeah, Tia and
sister,
Tamara.
sister. Yeah, Tia and Tamara. They pulled up to the Good Burger, and the audience all started clapping.
Oh, of course.
Like, oh shit, it's like. First off, none of them shows now are recognizable enough to even like cross pollinate that way.
You
like,
can't even. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think the last cross pollination episode, and maybe you remember this. It was That's So Raven. It was Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and it was something else. It was Hannah Montana, I think.
I was already outside doing
and
bad
that was
shit
like
when that
that's what I'm saying.
I wasn't watching TV at that
Yeah,
time.
well, I mean that's the last one that I even remember. The Timmy Jimmy Power Hour, where it's Timmy Turner and Jimmy Neutron.
Oh yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
faintly, but still, I was
Yeah.
see, yo. Let me tell you how fucked up
Yeah.
it got for me at one point, right? So
Yeah.
I was either in the shelter where we
Yeah.
only, I would be with my grandma's where I could get all the channels, right? Certain
Yeah.
amount of days a week. I don't want to just make it seem like it was all struggle, but then I would be in the shelter where
Yeah.
you only get channels like 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13,
And these hands.
and these hands, right?
Yeah.
Or I was at my cousin's house whose mom didn't let him use any electricity before 8 p.m. I'm not making this up, son.
In a shelter.
No, this is free.
Well, and there's wait, they were living in the shelter though.
No.
Wait,
All right, so look, I was either at my grandma's,
Oh, okay.
where we had cable,
Yeah.
right? I was in the shelter where we had channels 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13,
Yeah.
right? Or I was at my cousin's house, whose mom, due to the Con Ed bill, wouldn't let him use any electricity till 8 p.m.
What in the world?
Yeah, she was tired of paying for it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, bro.
Wow.
So we would just be sitting around like we know what the fuck we do. We go the fuck outside.
Yeah,
Something these
outside.
other little niggas don't know about.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, he agreed on 8 p.m. because he only got an hour of electricity. And it could have been any time he chose, but he chose 8 p.m. because, wrestling comes
That
on.
nigga got an hour electric.
No, nigga, I was there.
Oh, wow.
We only got an hour of electricity.
My God, that's a struggle.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, bro, shit was real.
That's
So I don't remember the Timmy Jimmy Power Hour.
That's wild, son. Oh my God.
I don't think I just had unedited. I don't think I
crazy.
had free range of TV since like the last like Rocket Power marathon when they had like
God
the
damn.
Tony Hawk episode. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a fire episode of Rocket
That
Power.
was a fire.
That was a
episode.
fucking fire
That
episode,
was
my
fire.
nigga.
I think the thing that was most fire about that is because it confirmed a lot of like fantasies for kids that skated. Like every kid wants to be invited to a super secret skate spot where only they're allowed. And what was dope about that episode, I remember that episode, is that it was like. And this is one thing that I've started to notice. There's so many things that take just bits and pieces from other movies. Like that episode was kind of straight out of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, right? Because as they go through Tony Hawk's factory, each kid keeps failing at one thing.
I forgot that part.
Yeah, they keep failing at one thing, and eventually Otto is the only one that actually makes it to meet Tony Hawk. Just like
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
exactly.
Well,
It's kind of deep.
You know what was the most fire part about that episode to me? Was the inside snowboarding course.
Ooh, yeah.
My son Tony Hawk had such a big house that he had an
Yeah.
inside snowboarding course, and that shit was fire to me. I want to get back to cartoons in a second, but
That house was so big, he had love and affection for his son in it.
Wait, what? I don't.
He could even fit that in there.
I don't know. I don't get it.
You don't get it?
No.
That means that he's a terrible person.
Tony Hawk don't take care of his kids.
I don't know. That's what's funny about it. There's no way to know that. Probably not. That nigga probably gonna end up like Chet Hanks.
Oh my God. No, he signed to Baker, man. Alright? Riley Hawk is doing really well for himself.
Big ups to Jamaica.
That's why I'd be scared to do a podcast with this nigga sometimes. That's why we having talks in the car for him to pull up places.
Big ups to Jamaica.
Me and this nigga be having full-blown arguments in the car before we pull up. Like, Chris, don't make this joke. He's like, why? I'm like, oh, my nigga,
God.
no. You are
Oh,
scary.
that's
My
hilarious.
You know what watching Kenan and Kel on Netflix made me remember? How much bigger of a star Kel was over Kenan.
Yeah.
Watching Kenan and Kel on Netflix made me realize how much bigger of a star Kel was over Kenan.
Yeah,
which
man.
we get lost. I get lost on sometimes now because, Kenan is that nigga. And I really feel like, I think Kenan was spiteful. I think when he got that call from SNL, they're like, so we want you and Kel. And he's like, listen, man. Kel's doing Mystery Men. All right?
All right. He's moving on to bigger things.
He's moving on to bigger things.
He's in a film with Pee Wee Herman
It's like,
and Ben Stiller. All right. He's really moving up.
It's like, well, I know the schedule for that. He should be free by listen. All right, he's on coke. I didn't want to say it, but he's on fucking coke. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yo, what happened to Kel, my nigga?
Yo, that's mad funny, bro.
Like, why did Kel get the short end of the stick?
I think because of Mystery Man.
Mystery Man was fire.
Mystery Man was fire. I'm not gonna hold you.
But was it a critical failure? Like,
It definitely was.
It was a box office failure?
It definitely was. It
Really?
definitely did not make no money. Yeah, Mystery Man didn't make no money.
I saw it in the theater.
I can't even mention that movie. Most people don't even know what that movie is, Mystery
That's
Man.
because most niggas is bitches. Yo, son, let me tell y'all something, man.
Well, listen.
If you ain't never seen Mystery Men, have you really lived?
You're really abusing yourself. Alright? You're really missing out on life not seeing Mystery Men.
You know what could save cartoons right now? What? If they went and got Kel to do voiceovers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bring Kel in.
I feel like I'm surprised that he hasn't.
Right? This is what I'm saying.
That he hasn't.
You know what made me feel guilty about watching all these shows on fucking Netflix and being like excited about it? Is every time I watch the episode and I thought, man, this is so good. This is such a... And I see them credits and I see Daniel Schneider on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, this nigga's like R. Kelly.
This man got his feet all over the operation.
That's his name, right? Daniel Schneider.
Yeah, Dan Schneider. Yeah.
Dan Schneider is the
Dan
R.
Schneider.
Kelly of Nickelodeon.
Oh, easily.
In the sense of it's like, I know what he did. But god damn it. Like, look at
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Like, this is great art, my
I
nigga.
know,
Like,
it's
you know what I'm
damn,
saying?
It's like I want to hate him, but he made the Chocolate Factory.
You know what I mean? Oh, for real. Like,
he made the Amanda Show.
I know I can't hate the nigga that made the Amanda Show. I can't hate the nigga that made Amanda Please, but Buddy's a piece of shit.
Man, yeah.
You see,
man.
R. Kelly got 30 years?
30 years.
30 years,
man.
bro. And it's not just that he
years.
got 30 years. It was the type of charges he got. Like,
Oh,
you know
man.
how nasty of a nigga you gotta be to be on your own and still get like a racketeering charge?
Oh, word?
Yeah, his charges. I wish I could quote it off the top of my head, but this motherfucker has like RICO charges, damn near,
For pedophilia.
for pedophilia. But he the only nigga doing time.
Wow.
How does that work, my nigga? Like,
yeah,
that,
how does that work? Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of like with the whole Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein thing. Like, she even said that shit in court. She was just like, y'all only doing this because y'all let the other nigga die. Y'all let the main dude die, so y'all kind of taking it. Which, don't get me wrong, she's culpable. She definitely is, but that's kind of facts. Like,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
is
Like,
kinda
so
facts.
I guess let's go over it now, man.
yeah, man.
What are the R. Kelly rules?
R. Kelly rules.
Everybody try to act like, you know, his music should be non-existent. Like,
Ooh,
are we allowed to bump R. Kelly? Like, what are the R. Kelly? Because
Okay.
I look at it like this, right?
Yeah.
He got the time. We should be able to listen to the music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, my thing is this: R. Kelly rules is no clubs. You can't play R. Kelly in an area where women can potentially be victims. So,
I agree with that.
So no clubs.
I agree with that.
No clubs.
No, that's a good one.
You can't play any R. Kelly at kids' birthday parties for obvious reasons. Can't do that.
Are you allowed to play them on the speakers, or do you got to keep them in the headphones?
You can play it on the speakers. You
I
can,
think you
but
should be able to
only
do that.
in your backyard. You can't be on the porch. You can't be on your porch blasting R. Kelly. Can't do that.
I think
Back of the house, sure.
I
Front of the
think
house,
it
no.
was like, I understood the anti-R. Kelly music when he was still out here. It's like,
Yeah.
yo, we can't be helping a nigga profit or celebrating a nigga like that hasn't paid his debt to society. You know, like when a nigga comes out with a song like Not Guilty and we seen you on the tape, it's a little like,
Yeah, man.
but I mean, he's in jail now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, yo, he probably don't even own the masters.
No.
I should be able to bump everything except for Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, because I know that it's an Aaliyah song, but he wrote it.
Ah, very true.
Is that, I think he
Yeah,
wrote that, right?
He wrote that, which is also unfortunate because
Yeah, like, that's fucking crazy.
kind of just shows you what his MO was.
And that's a fire song. See, that's what I'm saying. If we can't listen to R. Kelly, you can't listen to Age Ain't Nothing But a Number.
Yeah.
Like, does it just stop at his music? What about the shit he wrote?
Yeah. Oh no, you can't listen. Technically, you wouldn't be able to listen to all of it or any of it. Anything that he wrote or written. It's kind of interesting, man, seeing this unfold, man. Boondock did an episode about this years ago. You know, mentioning cartoons and bringing that up, man. Boondocks did an episode years ago, and I found it so funny because Riley had the most just common sense take, just like, listen, don't get me wrong. Like, does the court system go out of its way to shun and keep black men oppressed? Yes. Is this one of those times? No, nigga. No.
Throw that nigga under the jail.
If you a fan of R. Kelly, get some help for that man. Get some counseling. Bring him to a singles event, like, so he can meet women more his age.
Yeah.
But don't be encouraging this man. And damn sure don't act like he's a martyr for black people. Don't do that. Don't do that with Bill Cosby. Don't do that with him. Don't do it with none of the Jesse Smollett. Don't do it with none of these capping niggas. No, y'all don't get to be martyrs. All right, y'all don't get to be martyrs. Y'all are niggas that just y'all got issues, bro. All y'all.
And even if you don't even know, if for some reason you don't believe that the tapes is him or the actions is him, right? We saw the tape of this nigga having a woman wipe his tongue while he was on stage. Remember that shit? The nigga had her wipe his head. his body. Then he stuck his tongue out and was like, "Wipe my tongue," and she wiped his tongue.
And she wiped his tongue.
If that ain't a freak motherfucker, nasty motherfucker that you should not support,
nigga,
I don't know what the fuck
that
is.
Nigga, that's mind control. He got mind control over Debo. That is weird, man. Speaking of that, like, what is the weirdest thing that you've seen during like a live performance show? Right? Where's the weirdest thing? Because there's a lot of things. I remember that whole thing was going viral not too long ago. Coi Leray, remember? And she was giving the craziest lap dance ever to a dude. And, you know, he was getting a little handsy.
Was that a lap dance?
I don't know if that was a lap dance or a dance hall. She hates it. Because she was throwing them bones back.
That's what I'm saying.
My boy.
Throw them bows.
That's a fact, bro.
Oh, man.
It kind of offended me.
Damn, yo, that's really hard to think, like, because I've seen Gwar live, and they've brought everything that you can bring out on stage.
Oh, man, tell the people about Gwar. They don't know about Gwar.
If you don't know Gwar is a band full of dudes that dress up like aliens. And, I got a funny story about Gwar.
Oh, really? Yeah, so share that.
Gwar is a band that dress up like aliens, and they bring a bunch of shit on stage that they just sacrifice. They squirt blood on you. They do all types of shit. Fake blood, whatever case may be. Yeah. It's really, like, if you've never seen Gwar live, like, you got to go check it out. And I have a funny story about Gwar. So I went to go see Gwar with my dad, and people know what they're getting themselves into when they go see Gwar. There's so much blood and fucking ink and just limbs and simulated aliens' blood sprayed on the crowd that people show up with plain white t-shirts and then leave with them completely like they look like tie-dye shirts by the end of the show. And that's their souvenir they go home with because they're like, oh shit, this is my unique pattern of what I got sprayed with at the Gwar show. Me and my dad go to see Gwar, right? We're at Roseland Ballroom in New York City, which if you haven't been to Roseland Ballroom, it's just a big open wood floor. The way it's set up when the pit starts, it almost turns into like a tidal wave. Like, you know how a tidal wave starts to suck you in?
Yeah, exactly.
Like the way that the shit is just structured. No matter what pit is going on, that's how it feels. It always feels like you're being pulled one direction or the other, right?
Yeah.
So we're there. We start getting pulled left or right. It's like a tidal wave, you know what I'm saying? Gwar is doing their big entrance. They've got these blinding lights on, right? Like shining out to the crowd so we can't see shit. And they step on stage with these like halo-looking giant guns that shoot ink. And they're shooting it. So we're getting shot directly in the fucking face.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You can't see shit. There's a pit going on. You're getting pulled one way. It was torture, my nigga. Like, the light is mad bright. You just keep getting hit with, and it's cold. The shit you're getting hit with is cold. You can't see shit. They come out, it's mad loud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
There's not too many concerts my dad's been to where he just tapped out. My dad is a big dude. He taps out. He goes, yo, I can't do it. Grabs me.
It's too much emotional damage.
No, it's too much physical damage. Like, literally, he's like, yo, listen, we're going to die. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm responsible for you. And I'm like 12 at the time. So he drags me out, you know. So we leave out.
Really, an African chick just hit his phone. He's just like,
no, that wasn't what it was. Because you know what it is? Look, you know the only thing that's more prone to getting hurt than like a little 12-year-old kid is like
an African child?
No, is like a super big brolic nigga who's not light on his feet. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, us at our size where we are now, we would have been fine. We're agile.
Very crafty.
Yeah. This motherfucker's so big that it's like, yo, not only...
He's like, wait.
Yo, no, seriously. And guess what? If he goes down, ain't nobody gonna be trying to help him. You know what I'm saying? He's too big. He can't pick him up. So it's like, we were both damn near like we're at like the same level of vulnerable. Yeah. So we leave out the show, right? We've got a whole bunch of black ink on our face.
I just gotta say, you know it's bad when a white man is just as vulnerable as a black kid. This is
what I'm saying. This is what I'm getting at, bro. Story gets crazier. My dad is white, right? We leave out of this club, right?
Holy shit.
Our face is covered with black ink from this gun. Because, mind you, it was supposed to be like an alien gun.
Your dad probably looked like he came from a minstrel show.
Bro, the nigga's in full blackface. My dad is walking down the street in full blackface. You know how hard...
With a black child.
With a black child. Who also has mad black ink on his face. You know how hard it is to find a bathroom in New York City.
Yeah.
So he goes, yo, look, we're going to have to take a piss down this alley. Yo, bro, we take a turn down this alley. There's a gang of black dudes in there.
Yep.
They looking at my dad like, word? Yo, bro. Yo, if he wasn't that brolic, they'd have did him filthy, son.
It's like, yeah, I think we got lost on the way to the theater, homeboy.
Yo, dead ass, bro. Dead ass. And to make it even worse, where we were, like, there was a giant poster for the Lion King. Like right behind us. Yo,
oh my God.
Bro. Can't make this shit up, son.
Y'all niggas is about to get Wakanda'd.
But you know what? I think the worst experience the weirdest thing I ever had happen on stage was, nigga, me. Like, nigga, I did a show one time. I was opening for a rock band, right? Which was already crazy. Because this wasn't like rock like when you had like Limp Bizkit and Ice Cube. Or like Korn and Ice Cube. This is like, you know, I slapped my bitch up, upper class, white, yet trashy area with a band there. Like, it was very, like, the same 8 people go to this bar every Thursday type.
Very,
you know
very,
what I mean?
very Somers vibes.
Yeah, if you don't know what Somers is like, you know, it's right next to where, like, you're gonna see a lot of like Trump 2024.
I was about to say, I was about to say, keep heading north from Peekskill until you smell no black people.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you're in Somers.
Yeah, like Somers. If you're not from this area, is like these colors don't run land. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
But yeah, bro, it was like the same 8 white dudes. So I open up for the band. I try to get the fuck up out the way.
Of course.
Then the band goes, yo, we're gonna do a couple songs. You're gonna go back on. And then we're gonna go back on. It's like an intermission type thing, and I'm sitting there going like, "All right, y'all are dragging it.
Y'all
are dragging
sense.
it, but fuck it, y'all paid me to show up."
Because now they're just gonna mosh to this young black man's voice.
No, it's not moshing. You know what it is?
What kind of show is this?
Yo, bro, I'm telling you, this is like middle-aged white people. This is like I'm the aunt that paid for the guitar lessons, so I want to see you play at my bar. Like, it's like that. Like, it's very, like, you know.
Wow.
So I'm
This is like a Motorhead cover band.
No, it's more like a Def Leppard cover band. Like, it's more like, no, bro, I'm telling you, it's bad. It's like, oh, I listen to rock. I know Duran Duran. Like, it's like that. Like, bro, I'm trying to explain. Like, it's on some, like, you know, their living room smell like cigarettes, even though they got a nice house. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm going, yo, bro, the only thing worse than rap and rock is like rap after rock. Like, because take the genres out of it, like a live band always sounds better than just a guy with a beat in the background.
Exactly.
Bro, I'm sitting there, I'm rapping. This old dude starts walking up to me because there's no stage. So I'm still eye level with him. And he's going, you need to watch your fucking mouth. I've always been told, like, when shit like this happens, you just keep going. So I'm still rapping. He's like, I'm fucking serious. I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? He's like, turn that off now. I don't want to hear curses. I'm going, yo, this is a fucking bar. What the fuck you talking? Yo, bro, I'm sitting there like, do I snuff the old man? But I know if I snuff the old man, like, the one sheriff of the town is going to come pull up. So it's like, yo, I had to fucking... Yo,
were you getting paid?
Yeah, I got paid, but it was very, bro. It was like $50. Like I didn't think it was that. Like niggas
right,
bought me pizza.
I was gonna say, if I wasn't getting paid, or if I was getting paid in food or pizza, I was snuffing homeboy.
No, I thought about it, but I'm like, I'm definitely going to jail for this. Yeah. I'm definitely going to jail. Like, I feel like even if I get to my car first, they're gonna have like the exit block.
Different, like I said, man. Different rules, man.
Different
rules, man, for comedians.
Oh, for comedians? Yeah. No, bro. I'm telling you, if you was doing comedy in this spot, it didn't have nothing to do with the rap or nothing. It was black. Yeah. That's what it is. If you black, like, man. They're gonna have your exit blocked off. It shows like Mississippi burning, but in Westchester. Ooh. Yo, for real.
I believe it.
It was bad.
I was gonna say, man, probably the weirdest. I haven't had a lot of weird on-stage performances. I have reasons why I don't go to particular venues anymore, and in particular like events anymore. Like when I was in college, man, I went to this one like like dance event, like house music and shit like that. First off, I learned everybody is doing drugs, and not like normal like weed and alcohol. It's like Molly and cocaine. They really step their weight up, like immediately.
Yeah, no, that's what they go there for.
And it's just bugged out. And the weirdest experience I had, I remember I was going into the bathroom. I see a couple of dudes that, you know, I used to go to parties with and shit. And they're obviously, you know, they doing Molly. One of them comes out. They're like, yo, man, am I good? He's not good. He's not good at all. There's mad white stuff all around his nose. There's Molly and shit. And I'm like, nah, man, you're not good. You gotta, you know, get some water under there. And he's like, yo. As if his nostrils are strong enough to get the remaining powder up his nose.
That's type nuts.
And then I said, yeah, you know, you're good.
Oh, that's nuts.
Because there's nothing I can convince you of. I go outside, man, and I'm obviously bored because I'm doing, you know, regular nigga drugs. I'm doing weed. I have a bottle, a cheap bottle of Smirnoff, like a personal. And the personal joints is like, them joints is like this. Like, they real personal. They cheap, but they real personal.
I used to drink those when I took Percocet.
Oh, God. Terrible choice. Both for the alcohol and for the Percocets. Anyway, I'm looking around, and I see my roommate. He's all eat out. Making out with some other chick that he's been trying to mess with for a little minute. And then I see just mad, because I went to Dutchess, right? And when I went in Dutchess, there's a lot of people from the Bronx, actually, that come up there.
Upstate New York.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Poughkeepsie. And it's just mad black niggas picking up these dainty white girls that go to Marist and just power bombing these bitches on the floor. It was the weirdest experience I'd ever been. I'm like, this ain't my vibe. This ain't my vibe. I haven't been to any type of house. And it's crazy because it's like I like certain house music. I like Crystal Castles. I like Daft Punk. But I can't do that, bro. I can't do Molly and dry humping.
No,
and Batista bombing.
Because whenever you go somewhere where everybody's on like hardcore drugs and you're not on them, it's like you can see what people look like when they're on hardcore drugs.
And it's like, it's like
y'all all got runny noses.
Yeah. All of
like, none of y'all look good. Y'all all real red in the face.
Exactly. Mad confidence for no reason.
Like, I love how, like, you know, and I'm telling you, bro, like, everybody be talking about how fly the 70s was. That's because they was all high.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I bet you if we went back and looked at it, it's not as fly as y'all said
It's not
it was.
fly at all. Platform boots is not fly unless you're on cocaine.
Like, you know
Constantly.
You know how bad fur smells after you've been in a sweaty club for 6 hours?
Oh, my
God.
God.
Like, the clubs, you could be in there and walk out at 9 in the morning. It's like, you
that
stunk,
smells like
nigga.
it stinks. Yeah.
Like,
man.
come on, bro. Nah, that shit was not that fly, son.
God.
The only thing better back in the day was cartoons.
Yeah,
do you think 70s and 80s cartoons was better than like 90s 2000s cartoons? I know we keep going back to the cartoons, but god damn it, it's like what got it over like our shit?
Well,
like,
I think
can I just say one thing? Like,
yeah, go ahead.
the reason I even brought this up, right, is because we got here kind of by the Keenan and Kel shit, you know what I'm saying, all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my kids, they watch a lot of the shit that we grew up on. And I was just sitting, I'm like, yo, we got it. Like, our generation was the prime for cartoons, but there's a lot of sleeper cartoons in there. Like, there's a lot of sleeper shows, like, for kids that, I don't know if we had the golden era. Like, is our shit better than Scooby-Doo?
I wouldn't say that. Honestly, I can't even say that we had the golden era. We had a great era, don't get me wrong, but the golden era of cartoons is probably like the 80s.
Like,
it was definitely the 80s.
I don't know. Do you really think when was Scooby-Doo and that shit coming out?
That was 60s.
60s, 70s?
Yeah, but you're thinking about like early joint like early joint like Hong Kong Phooey. You're thinking about whatchamacallit, Rocky and Bullwinkle. Like, you're thinking about those earlier cartoons.
No, but I'm thinking about even earlier that. Bugs Bunny.
You know,
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
All the Looney Tunes shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, 80s cartoons was cool.
Yeah.
But for the majority, you had a lot of them fucking, like, He-Man was wavy, but it wasn't that fucking wavy.
Well, no, it's not even about, it wasn't about He-Man. It was about all the other stuff. It was
like, what came out in the 80s?
It was about, whatchamacallit.
All right, so, all right, you give me your best.
Transformers.
Transformers was not better. It's not better than SpongeBob.
Transformers. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is. TMNT is better than SpongeBob. I'll take TMNT. I'll take Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Is TMNT better than Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Early TMNT, not the 2000 joint that we got. No, early TMNT. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
maybe.
TMNT is man. It was everywhere. Powerpuff Girls wasn't everywhere.
I'm not talking about how big it was. I'm talking about how it stands up today.
How it stands up
because
today?
You want to know why? When I put that 80s shit on for my kids, they don't give a fuck. They're gone in 30 seconds. When I put on Powerpuff Girls, if I put on Fairly Odd Parents, which is 2000s, you know what I'm saying? Man, any of that shit, they're there for. Johnny Bravo. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, the 80s shit was almost a little too serious, I think.
You think so?
I think so. I think a lot of it was a little too serious. Because it's like, yo, you know what it is? Like,
what's up?
Okay, boom. You know, like, I think, like, the 80s cartoons, and even some of the 70s cartoons, it's like, in its time, right? It might have been more innovative.
Yeah.
But now, it's like, it was too technical to stand up. So I'll put it like this. It's like, back in the day, right? I would have said, obviously, the first Metal Gear Solid was better than Parappa the fucking Rapper, right?
All right, weird comparison.
I know. But the people I'm going here, though, right?
Yeah.
If I had a PS2, if I had a PS5 sitting in front of me, right? And I had a PS1 sitting in front of me, right? And I had to play one game from the PS5 and one game from the PS1, right? And the only two options I had for the PS1 was Parappa the Rapper and Metal Gear Solid, the first one.
Okay.
I'm going to play Parappa the Rapper. You want to know why? Because if I want to play the real technical shit, I got a PS5 now to play it on.
Yeah.
To where some of the things we thought was cutting edge at that time is going to be real laggy and shitty now.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas Parappa the Rapper was so simple that I could still have a fun time just trying to press the buttons on time.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, I could go to the PS5 and maybe even find a remastered version of like Snake Eater, like Metal Gear Solid 3, or I could play like one of the newer ones they got out. And that's what I think the same. I know I took us around the world and back for that, but that's what I think the difference is between the 80s cartoons and like the 90s cartoons. I'm sorry, you feel me, or am I off? Feel free to disagree.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. I understood the comparison for the most part. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know. It's hard for me to use. It's hard for me to compare video games and cartoons.
Yeah.
Only because it's like video games are interactive. Like I'd have to like compare. I guess I can only. I'd have to like compare video games from the 80s to the to now, and it's like
you'd rather go back and play the old TMNT, or would you rather go back and play fucking something they thought like Castlevania?
Well, here's the thing. It's like I would rather play like an older game than a newer game, because the older games, they didn't have as much bullshit layering in them.
I agree.
They were just kind of more straightforward.
But I think that depends on the genre.
Well, of course, that's what I'm saying.
Would you want to play the older game that was trying to be?
Yeah, like I said, it depends, because it's like because the perfect example of that, right? Like, because especially since you mentioned the PS5 and the PS1, is like Final Fantasy VII, right? So
Fire still to this day.
So like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 1, it's turn-based. It's a lot slower. The story is a little bit more in depth. There's a lot more reading to do. There's a lot more to soak in from the story. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't look as good at all. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
But when you go to that PS5, you play that Final Fantasy VII Remake, is it quite the same kind of experience of getting your stats together and the story? It's more action-y. It's more action. It's more action-paced. So it really does. It really does depend on the genre of the game. It really does. It depends on what experience. Because I still go back and I still play PlayStation 1 games.
Let's keep it real, bro.
Yeah, no.
What's the best cartoon of all time? I guarantee you it's going to be in the 90s or the early 2000s. I don't think it's going to be in the 80s.
I think the best cartoon of all time, if we want to get technical, well, it depends on what you consider the best cartoon, but a couple of them have to be up there. SpongeBob has to be up there, obviously. The Simpsons have to be up there.
I'm talking
obviously.
kids, straight kids,
straight kids.
straight kids.
Ugh. Then it would probably have to be SpongeBob. In terms of how long that series has gone, that series has gone longer than pretty much any other series.
Yeah,
The longest cartoons
it's
that
only
run
a technically
are
90s cartoons, but probably a SpongeBob.
Funny enough, the oldest cartoons that do run are adult cartoons.
Yeah, but SpongeBob's still running.
Well, it's still in syndication, but they're not making new episodes.
What's the best kids cartoon ever?
Best kids cartoon ever? Wow.
In terms of quality of show,
Yeah.
cultural impact,
Yeah.
rewatchability.
Listen, y'all gonna disagree with me when I say this.
Oh my fucking god, I'm already tight.
Sonic X.
Yeah.
Got him. Nah, Donkey Kong Country. Got him again.
Video. Oh no, they did have a show.
Yeah, they did have a show. It was terrible.
When it comes to the greatest cartoon of all time,
Got him.
when it comes to the greatest cartoon of all time, are any cartoons from the 80s or the 70s better than fucking Pokemon?
Ooh, oh man.
Like, come on, son.
Oh man.
Come on, my nigga. Fuck Bugs Bunny. Are
Oh,
any of them
man.
niggas touching Pokemon, my nigga?
In terms
of all of that shit, in terms
man.
of cultural impact, in terms of rewatchability, in terms of
man.
motherfucking how it stands up today.
Yeah,
like,
man.
come
Yeah,
on,
man.
son. Like, let's keep it real, bro. Like, I'm tired. Like, nah.
Yeah, man.
90s got it, my nigga.
Yeah, man. Pokemon, huge. Pokemon, huge.
Come on, son.
Huge.
I'm not trying to hear all that, bro.
Huge.
Drops the fucking mic. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah, it's hard messing with Pokemon, man. Even though,
Come on, son.
man.
Like, really, name something from the 80s or the 70s that's better than Pokemon. I'll wait.
Ooh, man. Oh, man. From 80s.
Look how hard you got to
80s?
think.
Man,
80s or the 70s.
It's hard. It's hard. Because Pokemon came out in a very special time. It came out in a time where not only could you make a show, right? Not only could you have a manga, which was also in Japan. Not only could you have a show about it, but you could also make video games about it. And they were good video games, and they were on a handheld system, which means it was meant for kids to just bring everywhere. The
trading cards.
So yeah, man.
The stuffies, just the plush toys,
Yeah, man.
Come on, my nigga.
Yeah,
There's so many, bro. I guarantee you, when it comes to cartoons,
Yeah, man.
you see more Pokemon tattoos
I was about to
than you
say.
see of any other cartoon.
I was about to say,
maybe Mickey Mouse. There's more Mickey
yeah.
Mouse tattoos.
I was gonna say, probably Mickey Mouse.
But I'm gonna keep it 100. Once all these bitches die,
Yeah,
that's like over 40 with them tattoos on their ankle.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole.
It's gonna be a whole
Pokemon.
lot of Pikachu's, a whole lot of Pokeballs.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's a fact.
Cause
That's
all right, boom.
110%.
Cause you know why?
110%
You know why? When it comes to the greatest cartoons ever, why the '90s got it? Timbaland and Mace did the theme song to the Rugrats movie. All right. Come on, son.
Yeah, man.
Y'all niggas ain't have like, bro. If
Yeah, man.
you can't name one cartoon that'll get Timbaland out of bed today.
Nope.
I'm sorry, dog.
Nope. Not at all. Matter of fact, keep Timberland in bed.
Another thing we had that was fire. We had the fire superhero cartoons, my nigga. Batman Beyond. Remember the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon, my nigga?
Man. Yeah, X-Men.
The X-Men, like, yo, bro.
Yeah, man, X-Men. I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, it was great. I'm not gonna lie. 90s cartoons, amazing cartoons.
I think 90s is the golden era of cartoons.
Amazing.
I'm not hearing all this
Amazing.
Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd shit. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
You know
Like I
what I'm
said,
saying?
hard to say, because it's like if it wasn't for, would we have all these other shows if it weren't for the shows that came before it?
I'm tired of that argument.
It's hard to say.
I understand we wouldn't
hard
have
to
had.
say.
I understand we wouldn't have
You know
had. I understand we wouldn't have had
Yeah, man.
Kendrick without Melly Mel.
You know what I'm saying?
If it's time to put some music on, I'm not putting the message on over
No.
over Good Kid, Mad
No.
City. It's over.
Nah.
That's just me, man.
But then again, honestly, we would have to have this debate with someone who'd grown up in the 80s. We'd have
No,
to
the
have
fuck we don't.
because they would remember more of those shows and the cultural impact around them. But we can't talk about the cultural impact of like TMNT because we weren't alive for it.
Well, you know why? You know why that's irrelevant to me?
Like,
Because if you dope, you gonna be dope forever, right? And I would have thought that this was just me staying in my nostalgia bag. It's not me that's coming up with all these realizations.
Can you be dope forever? Can you be dope forever?
Yeah.
I don't think you can be dope forever.
Yeah, as a cartoon, like, because even if you only got 3 seasons, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's about like, because here's the thing, right? It's not me that.
Because because take like Johnny Bravo, like you can't even like Johnny Bravo would never be made today.
Doesn't matter. It's still dope.
Can't even make it.
Still dope. Doesn't matter. Because you want to know why? All in the Family would never be made today. It's still they still play it. Yeah. You still watch it. It's still dope.
Do they?
Yes.
On what?
On any channel that has any TV throwbacks. I swear to God, they're still putting All in the Family. Bro,
I mean, Married with Kids still comes on.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, it might not be able to be made now.
That's my whole point.
But it doesn't mean that it doesn't. But you can't take away the fact that it was made already. And you know what? You know what made me have these realizations? It's not us. It's the fact of my kids. Like, not just my kids, the little niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, they can still watch the shit from the 90s and be like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't twist it. I've seen my daughter fuck with Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, of course.
Dude, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? But as far as like what really holds their attention, I'm telling you, it's the 90s and the 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think we got enough time.
This was the longest podcast we've done.
Yeah, it's been a long one.
And I blame McDonald's.
Yeah, facts. This man.
I blame McDonald's.
This man.
I blame baby moms.
Word up. Word up.
Listen, man. If you made it this far, you a real nigga.
You really did, and I appreciate you. We appreciate you. All right, because it's a lot. It's a lot of time and it's a lot of work, man. But like I said, first of the month show, we're here every 1st, every 15th, and we got a whole bunch of content splattered in throughout the month. July is going to be another exciting month for the first of the month gang. So stay tuned. And remember, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of July, and I know y'all can help us do it. Alright? So don't be like us. Don't be light skinned. Alright? Hit that subscribe.
Be light skinned.
Be light skinned. Be the best skin.
But still hit that subscribe.
Exactly. First of the month, we out.
Buy the kids some McDonald's.
Fuck them kids. 1-800 fuck them kids.